Do you feel that your mouth gets dry sometimes? Or maybe you see dry cracks on your tongue? Then be sure to watch today's video until the end, because by the end of this video, you will learn the 10 scientifically proven ways you can treat dry mouth at home. For those that don't know, dry mouth is also given a fancy name, xerostomia. The reason you get dry mouth is because your mouth doesn't produce enough saliva. This occurs when your saliva glands are not working well. Even though dry mouth is not a very serious medical condition, but it can still be a symptom of some other underlying medical problem. But good news is it can be easily treated at home. Starting off at method number 1, drink some water regularly. If you have a dry mouth, then it's very likely you are already drinking more water every day, because the last thing you want to do is dehydrate your mouth more. Try sipping on water slowly, but regularly. This will help wash away bacteria from your mouth and kickstart your saliva flow back to normal. Before we jump into method number 2, which is by far the most scientific method, if you are enjoying and learning from today's video so far, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, you can leave a comment saying, "I subscribed," and we will personally reply to each of your comments. Moving on to method number 2, improve your overall oral hygiene. Poor oral hygiene is a big cause behind dry mouth. Sometimes, dry mouth can lead to more poor oral health by causing fungal infections or tooth decay because of low saliva content in your mouth. In any case, taking steps to improve oral health is crucial. The best way to improve your oral health is by brushing, flossing, using mouthwash daily, and using fluoride toothpaste. Also, after every meal, rinse your mouth with water or mouthwash to wash out food particles and bacteria from building up in your mouth. You can also try a tongue scraper to further improve your oral hygiene. Most people don't use tongue scrapers on a daily basis. In fact, the tongue scraper is one of the best tools for oral hygiene because it not only reduces bacteria from the tongue, but also promotes good saliva flow in the mouth. Tip number 3, use sugar-free candies and gums. Sucking on sugar-free candies, like lozenges, cough drops, and other candies, can greatly relieve your dry mouth for some time. While sucking on these candies, be sure to keep your mouth closed. This will help to keep your saliva circulating in a circular fashion. This way, dryness of your mouth can be relieved temporarily. But as we said, only use sugar-free candies, because sugary candies can damage your teeth and cause cavities. Instead of candy, chewing on sugar-free gum is another temporary fix for dry mouth. If you do decide to go with chewing gums, then make sure to buy gums which contain xylitol. Xylitol is a sugar alcohol that naturally stimulates saliva production and also keeps your mouth bacteria in check. It also fights against bacteria that can cause cavities to again keep your oral health up. Method 4, avoid dehydrating habits. If you truly want to treat dry mouth, then you will have to make some lifestyle changes. There are 4 major lifestyle changes you should make. 1. Avoid alcohol. According to the National Institute of Dental Research, the use of alcohol and tobacco can cause dry mouth. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning that it takes out liquids and water from your body, which is a big cause of dry mouth. So avoid taking alcohol, especially when you are dealing with a dry mouth. Lifestyle change 2. Limit caffeine use. Caffeine has become an essential part of our lives. But just like alcohol, caffeine is also diuretic and is not good for people with dry mouths. Avoid using caffeinated drinks like coffee, tea, and energy drinks that have a dry effect on the mouth. Lifestyle change 3. Quit smoking. Smoking can worsen dry mouth because tobacco can slow down saliva production. And lastly, lifestyle change number 4 you should make. Cut out sugar. High blood glucose levels can cause symptoms like dry mouth. So avoid sugary candies, processed foods, or other things that can raise your blood sugar levels. Moving on to method number 5, avoid some medications. Above 90% of dry mouth symptoms are because of certain medicines, especially medicines for diseases like diarrhea, obesity, hypertension, urinary incontinence, asthma, epilepsy, and Parkinson's disease have strong side effects of dry mouth. Unfortunately, many of these diseases are very common in the world. That's why dry mouth is becoming an important concern of every other person. If you are facing dry mouth as a side effect of any of these drugs, seek your doctor's advice. Ask your doctor about alternatives or solutions to these side effects. Method 6. Use alcohol-free mouthwash. Mouthwash is a must for your oral health. Before using a mouthwash, make sure to check out the type and ingredients of your mouthwash. The American Dental Association suggests that there are two main types of mouthwash. 1. Cosmetic mouthwash, which control bad breath with no other benefits for your body. And 2. Therapeutic mouthwash, which have active ingredients to kill bacteria that can cause you cavities and tooth decay. Most dentists suggest dry mouth patients to use therapeutic mouthwash for treatment. But again, even when using a therapeutic mouthwash, make sure to read its ingredients. Don't use mouthwash that contain alcohol, because even though they can kill bacteria, but they can also make your mouth dryness worse because of alcohol's diuretic effect. Instead, buy alcohol-free mouthwash that contains xylitol. This will help to not only improve your oral hygiene, but also increase your saliva production. On the other hand, you can instead make your own mouthwash. Here's a recipe to make your own mouthwash at home. To do this, you will need saline and baking soda. Firstly, add 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/8 teaspoon salt to a warm cup of water and blend these together. And oh yeah, you just made yourself a mouthwash at home. Simply take this mouthwash and swirl it in your mouth for a few seconds, just like you would with any other mouthwash. Be sure to rinse your mouth with water afterwards. You can use this mouthwash every 3 hours for best oral health. Moving on to method number 7. Avoid breathing through your mouth. Sometimes congestion, allergies, and other nasal deformities like cold can make it difficult for you to breathe only through the nose. Also, if you do any heavy exercise, it's very likely that you will start mouth breathing. You may also find yourself with your mouth open and inhaling dry air whilst sleeping. In fact, mouth breathing is another big reason for dry mouth. This is because when air passes through your mouth instead of the nose, it can quickly dry out your airways. So make sure to consciously breathe through your nose. This will help to greatly improve saliva flow in the mouth. Method number 8. Use a humidifier. A humidifier adds moisture to the environment and can relieve your dry mouth issue for some time. Studies show that dry mouth condition gets worse, especially for a person living indoor with low moisture in the air. A simple solution is to use a humidifier to provide you moist air. This wet air, when inhaled, keeps the airways and mouth moist. A study found that dry mouth symptoms could be temporarily improved through humidification. Plus, running a humidifier at night will also improve your sleep quality. Method 9. Try some herbal remedies. Herbs are a great option to stimulate more saliva production and get rid of your dry mouth. There are 7 main herbs that we recommend you try. 1. Ginger. Ginger is so effective for dry mouth because it contains a chemical called sialagogue. Sialagogue is a chemical that promotes saliva secretion, which is exactly what you want if you want to treat dry mouth for good. You can use ginger sprays, tea, and ginger juices to keep your mouth fresh for longer. A 2017 research found ginger to be the best alternative to any other treatments for people dealing with dry mouth. Herb 2. Aloe vera. If you are a true health nerd like us, then you already know that aloe vera is an elite herb. Aloe vera is a natural moisturizer for the skin. You can use aloe vera juice or gel to moisturize your dry mouth and airways. This is because aloe vera protects the sensitive tissue of the mouth, whilst also increasing your mouth's water content. Herb 3. Hollyhock root. Like aloe vera, hollyhock root is a natural moisturizer for the mouth. Studies found this root to work great, especially when used with marshmallow root. You can use this herb in the form of tea. To make hollyhock tea, remove 3 to 4 petals from the hollyhock flower and place them in a pan. Then add 1 cup of hot water to the pan and cover it with a lid. Let it stay for 10 to 15 minutes. Then strain it and enjoy with some honey. Herb 4. Marshmallow root. Don't stuff your mouth with marshmallows for treatment. Instead, use marshmallow root as a remedy. Just like aloe vera, it is an emollient and moisturizing plant. Like other herbs, you can use marshmallow root tea for a moisturizing relief. Herb 5. Sweet pepper. Sweet pepper makes more saliva in the mouth. You can add this herb to your food or have it as a mid-afternoon snack. Sweet pepper is perhaps the easiest and most efficient way to treat dry mouth at home. Herb 6. Nopal cactus. Nopal cactus is also known as prickly pear cactus. It is safe to eat, can help a ton in improving your dry mouth at home. What's even more interesting is that this herb can also treat constipation, diarrhea, and nervousness. And finally, Herb 7. Spillins. Spillins herb is one of the most effective natural sialagogues. It has many names like peekaboo plant, toothache plant, eyeball plant, and many more. It triggers different nerves in the mouth and allows your body to make more fluids to treat dry mouth naturally. In addition to all these herbs, you should also take vitamin C and B, which work wonders in treating dry mouth. And lastly, method number 10 for treating dry mouth. Try over-the-counter saliva replacement products. Over-the-counter medicines are drugs that you can buy without any prescription from a healthcare professional. You can use them just by following the directions on the label without any side effects. For treating dry mouth at home, over-the-counter products are easily available at your local pharmacy. As we mentioned before, when buying these over-the-counter medicines for dryness of mouth, make sure that they contain xylitol as one of the main ingredients. Some of these over-the-counter products you should buy include lozenges, mouthwashes, sprays, specially formulated toothpaste, and many more that add moisture to your oral cavity. These medicines are the best way to prevent dry mouth at home. If you have dry mouth or used other solutions that worked for you, then we would all love to hear your story in the comments below. Also, if you have any topic suggestion for our team to make a video on, be sure to let us know in comments. For more videos like this, make sure to subscribe, and we will see you in our next video.